is.
We in the pot, man.
Yeah. Quick one. It's gonna be a quick one today. Quick little rundown about what's going on. But this is the 111 show, man. It's been a little while, but we back, dog. Um, since then, the news that's on everybody's mind: Florida State did not make the Final Four because Bama beat Georgia, and somehow that means Georgia don't get into the playoffs, and Bama and Texas hop a lot of spots. But Oregon was out, so they lost their championship game. And Washington and Michigan won to that point. So I feel like that's kind of how it shook out, and they had to jump them spots because of what was going on. But yeah, man, is you more mad that Florida State didn't get a chance, or would you have rather seen Florida State get a chance and get blown out, or vice versa, they not get in at all and they just
Well,
spare them the national
we
stage?
had this conversation the last time we were live for y'all, right before championship weekend. It's crazy it's been that long. Seems like that was
Yep.
months ago. But before championship weekend, I sat up here and I said, I do not care about most deserving. I want the best four teams in so we can get the best four games. Because at the end of the
Right.
day, I'm just a consumer. I want to see good ball. And it feels a little nasty when they actually do it, right? It don't feel good watching a 13-0 Power 5 team who has won natties in our lifetime. You know, we've
Yeah.
seen them go up top and do it and get it done. It's a
Yeah.
team full of 100 guys, and one guy's injury is the reason why they get left out. It's crazy. But at the same token, look at yourself in the mirror and say, hey, is Florida State better than Texas? Is Florida State better than Bama? Absolutely not. Bama, we already knew Bama and Texas was a package deal. Is Florida State better than Georgia? We're about to see.
But people make the argument that this is what I was hearing, but this is my take on that. They bought the biggest brands in, and they tried to make the best playoff possible, which
Yep.
means you don't get a TCU this year because we not dropping no viewership like we did off. It was cool. It was all cool, fun and games
Facts.
in the semifinal. When they beat Michigan. But we seen how Georgia was rolling. 11 starters on both sides of the ball going to the league. Something to that. I may be off a little bit with my numbers, but that's a whole hell of a lot of starters going to the league. But
Yeah.
TCU had no damn chance. And I think the committee said this year we not having a TCU. Be putting our best horses on the track and letting them go. And we about to get this money, man. We about to get the
And
cash.
to that point that you just said, now let me call out this real quick too, because it's still hypocritical in my eyes. Because they did put the most deserving team in over a team that they really believe is better by putting Washington in, by putting Texas in over Georgia. All year they told us, and based off the criteria, they told us Georgia was the best team in the country. And if not, they told us Ohio State was. And once Ohio State got debunked by Michigan, they said Georgia is the best team in the country. And when it came down to it, they had just enough wiggle room, just enough to actually kick Florida State out. And they didn't have the wiggle room to get rid of Washington. But in their dream scenario, don't you think they would rather have Michigan, Texas, Bama, Georgia bang it out? I do, but they couldn't get away with that.
They
Now,
couldn't get it in. It was close. It was close. I feel like they would have liked to have Georgia in. It would have been like a little 3-piece situation. They've been on the streak. Who's gonna break the streak? Is it gonna break in the playoff?
yep.
Type deal. But now we got the guys some guys who was written off, some guys who think they shouldn't be in the playoff at all, Michigan, because of situations. So,
Mm-hmm.
hey man, cry about it. And I feel like Florida State, I feel bad for Florida State, bro, because the football player and you be like, well, in high school, we had guidelines to get into the playoff. College, you had guidelines to get into the playoff. Little League, you had guidelines to get into the playoff. Heard that argument too, and I'm like, yeah, damn, well, they need some guidelines a little bit. But I feel like that's the thing about college sports, especially the NCAA, is where they have that obscurity where it was everybody's complaining about the BCS, the computer. Now it's the committee. So I feel like even
Yeah.
if they had a calculated way to get in, some people will still find a way to argue it like, well, we scored more points or we had the most difficult schedule if it is some sorts of tiebreakers, if you meet guidelines.
Yep.
So I don't know. It's always a way to poke holes in it. But Florida State, man, I'm sick. I'm sick for them boys, dog. I'm sick for them boys, but
I'm not,
it is
bro.
what it is.
I'm not. There's too much participation trophy stuff going on. And I know it sounds crazy because who am I to say that they're not better than these other teams and they just went 13-0? But if you just take a critical eye to it, man, like, come on, bro. I mean, we've seen how they look since Jordan Travis went down. But this is the issue, though. Like you just said, you just laid it out perfectly. The issue is the whole playoff process, the postseason process. That's the issue. We can only work within the confines of what we have right now, which is a 4-team, which was never a good idea. We set off rip years ago. We used to be in 111, chilling, chopping it up. Why is it not 8 off rip? They're going to 4,
Yeah.
or they only got 4, and there's power 5 power conferences. So the system is broken. But within the system, if we work with it, Florida State, I'm sorry, I ain't want to see y'all on New Year's Day, bro. I'm sorry.
I feel like all of this just played into because you got a week off from it and they announce it like right after the games is over. So doing what they did is gonna keep the buzz in between, up, you got a week off. It's gonna run all the news cycles up. You got the Heisman. Then we gonna run all the news cycles again. Because it just came out again that they suing them, actually. So
yeah, say that again, bro. I just
Florida
seen
State. Florida State is suing and trying to put the NCAA committee under investigation.
It's not Florida State. It's not
Florida. It's not Florida State. They
no,
said
it's the Attorney General of Florida. Florida's Attorney General Ashley Moody launching an investigation into the CFP selection committee over Florida State's exclusion. So they going up top, bro.
And I'm hearing talks of Florida State wanting to go to the SEC.
I think there might be a little collusion down there in the committee. And that's not really me, not personally, but that's what Florida State Attorney General was trying to get to the bottom of. But back to that Florida State point of leaving the conference, man. We talked about it before the year, man. We told them to bounce, get up out of there. We talked about how the grant of rights is locking them down. But I mean, if they really can up that bag to find a way out of this contract, dude, they gotta go.
Because it's like I feel like if Florida State was on because you know how Clemson had their runs, they was getting kind of the Bama treatment where they like we got to give them the benefit of the doubt to put them in because they've won that.
Yes.
They've been in national championships. But I feel like because just a little bit, just because they hadn't been there in a while, and we like, can they overcome this? Like, you probably would have still said Clemson got a little bit of a chance if Trevor Lawrence wasn't playing. Like, they probably could overcome it. They got NFL guys on that team. They got a dog receiver. Like, they had T. Higgins and Travis Etienne and all these other people on the team at one point.
Yeah.
Dog defense. So, I don't know. It's a little bit of that. We could go all day about this scenario.
But I was going to say real quick, because, we ain't got that much. It's not like we got hella college games to talk about.
No.
The difference between that time and that era was like there was not this many undefeated teams to choose from back then, right? Like Clemson was that power. And it's not like you had an undefeated Big 10, Pac-12, Big 12 all at the same time. You know what I mean? So it's like they had Clemson who had the 5 stars and 4 stars on paper to back it up. And then they had the proven success in the past to back it up. And it's like, okay, I mean, it's a no-brainer. Clemson's getting in because Clemson is the one team that we seen go up top and beat Bama, right, from the ACC. And then it's like, Florida State is not at that point of where Clemson was. So, yeah, they don't have that cachet to just slide up in there.
But we did have a guy who was basically the reason why LSU won all their games at Jaden Daniels, who just won the Heisman. And I think was your preseason pick?
Yes, sir. Preseason Heisman pick, Jaden Daniels.
Yep. So that was a hitter on that one. My Heisman broke his leg, Jordan Travis, who I picked. And I was like, how could you not give Jordan Travis? Well, how could you not give Jaden Daniels, this award when we seeing him? I know you have Malik Neighbors in number 11. His name slipped my mind right now. But he was the whole offense, bro. Like 600 yards in the game is obscene. The video game numbers. He almost like single-handedly was dueling Milroe in the Alabama game, taking them up and down the field. Oh, yeah. If they could have played a lick of defense, LSU could have been one of these 4 teams that would have kept probably Bama and Texas out of the playoff.
They would have needed to beat Ole Miss. They wouldn't need to beat Ole Miss.
I'm saying
they would have needed a lot to happen if
they would have needed to beat Ole Miss. They would have needed if they had a defense.
If they had a defense, yes,
that could have guarded Keon Coleman the first game. If they had a defense that could have stopped Jackson Dart the first game, and the running back they had Judkins, like if they could have stopped Milroe a couple drives and just But if was a fifth, Jane Daniels wins the Heisman. I think deservingly so. He was the most important player and the best player in the nation. Because without them, LSU is below 500 in my eyes. I'm sorry.
Like I said when I was giving my prediction about why I think Jaden Daniels could win the Heisman, LSU comes up in waves. They pop up in waves. They go in waves. And this was actually a down wave for LSU. And Jaden Daniels just masked all of it by just being completely dominant, bro. Like I really think he had 150 on the ground in that Alabama game when he got hurt and it was a tie ball game. Him and Milroe going at it, banging for the SEC West, right? And if he don't get hurt, LSU probably wins that game. We don't know. But like all season long, bro, Jaden Daniels was just putting on a show and carrying LSU while they were giving up 50 points a game. So, shout out Jaden Daniels, man. Much deserved, well deserved. He definitely boosted his draft stock here because before these last few weeks, nobody was talking about him as a top 5 prospect. Now I listen to McShay today talking about, he's number 3 on the board. He's the number 3 quarterback on the board.
But he was like that. He was like that at Arizona State. They just stunk.
I'm just saying, like, yeah. He's been this guy. That's what I'm saying. But like, he was slept on in the whole process of the draft. So shout out Jaden Daniels for getting his name out there, man. What up, Caleb? What up, though?
Then,
yeah.
Ain't it crazy how Alabama, just the whole state, just ruined it for Florida? Like you got Northern Alabama that just completely ruined Florida State season. And then you got Alabama just shocking the world being in the college football playoff. Ain't that crazy? What I heard, this is just crazy. There ain't no real sources to this. Maybe I made it up in my mind, but I think Alabama sent a B team down to Northern Alabama to sabotage Florida State. Right?
That's the scout team.
They sent mercenaries for Cubs.
Yeah, they sent the B team down to Northern Alabama. They went and played Florida State, got Cubs up out of there because they was like, "This the only way."
It's the only way, and it would not surprise me, bro. We talk about the machine that is Alabama. Why not? Why not have a kid go, "Hey, you playing for North Alabama this week? Go take out 13, man. Get 13 out the equation. We'll do the rest. Just take them out the game. Take them out for a couple weeks. We'll do the rest." And that's what happened. I love it. Don't get pissed about nothing but the tie. Roll tie. Blitz, Bama, blitz, man.
Whoever the dude was that hurt Jordan Travis, if he go into the portal, I guarantee Saban scoop him up. For no reason. For that reason alone.
Yeah, he full ride him.
Full.
Yeah, dog. Let's talk about this Michigan reaction. I heard some gasps in the room and some people standing up and doing this. It looked very soft on them boys in blue. As a Michigan fan, it looked soft.
Oh my god!
I don't know if it was parents, friends of the family, some of the players, but hey.
Well, it obviously was like friends and family there. That was they seen that nigga. They said lost they win, but it was players too. We seen the players standing up, hands on the head, right? And I know this is okay. So I did get a little insider backstory on it via The Athletic. They said the Michigan players were in there doing the tomahawk chops, right? Because they like, yeah, bring on Florida State. We about to blitz these niggas. And they were all anticipating Florida State. So the shock factor of seeing that Roll Tide Bama A pop up had to have been like, whoa, had to have taken something out of them, yo. So yes, it was soft. It was I mean, it is what it is. It's just it's a reaction, bro. It don't mean like we're scared to play them.
That's a bubble.
I doubt all that went through their head that quick. Like, oh, we can't beat Alabama. I think it was just
see
a
you having
quick reaction, like, oh my god, we got
a few
Bama.
Butterflies, but standing up is crazy.
Like, where's Florida State?
The Home Alone pose is crazy.
We want to play Rodemaker.
Request to take Rodemaker is crazy. Man, you got to beat the best, bro. I feel like this is the best. This in a weird kind of way, this is the best scenario for Michigan, bro. Just because it's already an asterisk versus a lot of teams. But if you go on to beat the best two teams that they put in the playoff after the scandal, then that it removes the asterisk. All the other stuff that came before that, Alabama knew now. Washington, whoever they play now, they know now. Hey, this is who we got to see. Mm-hmm. And they know we allegedly did XYZ. But now you got your chance to put it on notice that it don't matter. We gonna beat the best team in the nation and win an Natty. So I think this is the best scenario for them boys, especially Bama out of all teams. Like, I mean, I know you probably wanted another shot at Georgia. If you know what I'm saying, I know you want it.
I don't know about what.
This is what you got. This is what you got, bro.
Wanted another shot at Georgia.
You think you would see somebody throw up if they put that G up there?
Bro, somebody would have really been sick, dog. Because, like, I said the same thing. Like, at the end of the day, Michigan's catching a lot of flack nationwide from the scandal that has been dredging across this whole season. Now, the only way to actually, like you said, remove the asterisk, which I don't think there is an asterisk regardless, because they just, went 4-0 since being caught, whatever, without their head coach. But isn't it poetic that at the end of the day, all right, you went out, you do all the things you're supposed to do. You're fighting back. You're standing up. Free hardball, all that. We're going to give you Alabama, the greatest program in the country for the last 15 years, as your test to clear your name. All right. Y'all good? Y'all clear? Y'all running a good program? All right. Bama, round one. Go ahead. Have at it.
Yep.
It's poetic, bro. And regardless of even if they beat Bama, who's waiting for them? I'm not going to, count out Washington, but you got Texas money. All right, go beat Texas now.
Speaking of what ifs, man.
It's lovely.
Speaking of what ifs and highway robberies, we got the Chiefs against the refs. The Chiefs against the refs. Patrick Mahomes said, "I know he was offsides, but your ass should have threw that flag because we just seen one of the greatest players in football history, and you stole that from us." He was even so mad, he told Josh Allen, like, Josh Allen, give a fuck. that your play got back. I see he tapped him on the chest. He was like, all right, bro. I love bro. I ain't trying to hear that shit.
I ain't trying to hear none of that.
Have you seen how we lost games? We found and invented new ways to lose games.
Right.
So I ain't trying to hear that shit. All right. Chest tap. we gonna move on, champ. But yeah, dog. The Chiefs, man. As the Chiefs finally came down to earth, like 5 AFC championships in a row, 2 Super Bowls. The run can't go on forever. It's looking like a down year, but they still gonna be a playoff team. They still gonna win the AFC West. Have they came back down to earth?
Most likely, still gonna win the AFC West. Go ahead, Caleb.
No, they don't have that receiving room came back down to earth. That receiving room came back down to earth, but I still think Mahomes is up there, but they ain't put the pieces around him, and they expecting like young guys to like flourish and control their own destiny. Like you need some vets with that
Yeah.
kind of
Yeah.
caliber of QB. Like that's really all it is. But I mean, like them young guys, they gonna get the job done, but it ain't gonna be pretty. As you can see, the drops, the penalties, wrong routes ran. Can't have that with an MVP QB at all.
Yeah, and I think they did right when they got Rasheed Rice in the draft, but you got to pair Rasheed Rice up with, like you said, a vet. You would like to see them go get like try and scoop a guy like D Hop. Not saying they can afford him, but try and scoop a D Hop. Try and maybe keep Smith Schuster. Try and get one of these older guys in there, like just to be a quick possession receiver for him, other than Kelsey.
And it don't even have
Have
to
him.
be like a hop level guy. It could have been Brandon Cooks, bro. He was available. You know what I
It could
mean?
have, bro. It could have been
Cooks.
Allen Robinson.
That's perfect. Allen Robinson, them guys,
Simple.
them guys I'm talking about. You just need another big body. I'm just looking at the room and I'm like, I need somebody to impose their will on somebody. And last year, Juju was kind of that big body. You know what I'm saying? After the catch, he gonna make you feel him. Pause. But just get somebody else. Like Detroit got Reynolds sometimes who they go to, which could be a nice little security blanket, like you said, Cooks in Dallas, Allen Robinson sometime. Just a guy you can go to. Like San Fran got Ayuk, and then they got Debo. Debo is the gadget guy, which they could use like Tony, but they got Ayuk who gonna run block. He gonna run the right route. He gonna catch the ball when you need him to, but you ain't gonna hand him the rock and tell him run a jet sweep.
Yeah.
And I feel like they got a lot of jet sweep guys, and they're not real big and real physical. So that's what I had to say about the Chiefs, man. I still think they're gonna be straight. I still think that whoever get them in the playoffs gonna have a hell of a time trying to stop Andy Reid and Patrick Mahomes and Kelsey. And that defense is still good, as we can see. Like,
Yeah.
so I feel like they gotta stop trying to look to the refs and just hone in what they got going on.
I mean, for the Chiefs, dude, real quick, I think it's uncharted territory for them under this latest regime with Patty Mahomes back there, because I mean, their defense is actually carrying them. If you look at the Chiefs offense, bro, I can't trust them to put up 20 points a game, dude. And this has got to just be frustrating at this point for everybody within that offense. Like, I think that's what Patrick Mahomes really was, going through. The call, whatever, the nigga was offsides, clear as day. I saw it on TV. I know they saw it in the stands. So the ref for sure saw it. But at the end of the day, I think he's just frustrated from like, dude, I got guys out here lining up offsides. I got guys out here in Sky Moore dropping game-winning passes previous weeks. Marquez Valdez-Scantling dropping game-winning passes previous weeks. And it's just one after another, after another, after another. At some point, Patty was going to explode, bro. That's his white side coming out, bro. At some point, he going to explode, dog. And I think that's all it was. But at the end of the day, as much as I would love to say the Chiefs are fine, like I do think they're fine, but I don't think they can win a Super Bowl this year. I think they're fine in the AFC to the point where they can compete and go, toe-to-toe with Baltimore in Baltimore. They can go toe-to-toe with Jacksonville in Jacksonville if need be. You know what I mean? But San Fran, Dallas, Philly, I don't think they beat none of them right now. Philly's not playing great, but it's like the Chiefs are becoming boxable, bro, in a way we have not seen. I mean, we just seen them beat up on Miami, so I can't even throw Miami in here. But the Chiefs are not. I don't think they're a serious guys right now. I don't think they're a serious contender. I'm sorry.
I just feel like they don't got that other guy. I know Kelsey is there, bro, but we see it with other teams. I just named a bunch of guys like CD, Ayuk, Debo, AJ Brown. Like it ain't no big name receiver that they can go to. We seen the impact Tariq Hill had when he was in the game versus when he's out of the game. And you got a quarterback like Mahomes who can throw the ball down the field, and you ain't got a guy who could just get open at will and take the top off of defense when need be with an arm like that, as much money as you paying him, you ain't investing. You ain't investing that. That's my thing, and I'm wanting to see this mean streak in Mahomes turn into a 400-yard game, 350-yard game, 3-touchdown game. But is he gonna have the person to throw the ball to? Is it gonna be Kelsey that's catching them 3 touchdowns?
Well,
I don't
bro,
know.
I think they are just now finding the line, bro, because they were towing that line to see how far they can go by getting cheap weapons, letting Mahomes cover up for him. He just won him a Super Bowl last year with Juju as his number 1. So they're towing the line to see how far they can go. And now they realize, whoa, we can't go this far. Let's back up a little bit. But it's going to be a next year thing. That's not something you're going to be able to fix this year, bro, because the personnel is not there. Like you said,
you better go get Tay Adams or somebody, man. You better go do something.
They was experimenting, and they just found out where that line is, where that line stopped. You can't roll out a whole bunch of rookies, second-year players, third-year players, and Kadarius Toney, who can't put his hat on correctly.
Bad as everybody else in there, Kadarius Toney.
And Kelsey getting old. God damn it.
And then we had some foldery go on. We had some foldery on Monday night. The Giants and the Packers, man. I had a feeling about them Giants and the Paisan.
The gabagool.
Yeah, man. As New York, New Jersey as you can get, Tommy DeVito pulls off a game-winning drive on Green Bay, who been like rolling on folks the past couple games. And that Giants defense is for real. It's for real. So I'm wondering, man, if Green Bay was supposed to handle business and they ain't handle business, bro. They got Miami. Rolling to Miami. It's looking like they scored 2 touchdowns in a row. I'm like, oh yeah, it's over. I cut the TV off.
Hold on, bro. Stay on Green Bay, bro. Stay on Green Bay. Stay on the Bay. Because we got something to say about the Bay. We can't just slide by the Bay, bro.
But this super foldery, I'm saying. But like both of these teams was in position to win. This is what I'm saying. And they both lost like simultaneously, like one after another. Like the witching hour struck in LL on teams like that lightning. On teams that was going like this. You know what I'm saying? That was Green Bay last night. I'm watching the drive. I'm like, oh, Jordan Love. Game-winning drive. Put these boys away. Saquon Barkley fumbles the ball. I'm like, oh, this is cooked. The Giants is cooked.
Yeah.
But they left 1:30 on the clock. And Tommy Cutlets served them niggas.
The biggest issue that I have with Green Bay and why I wanted to address them is because it's not even about, how Jordan Love was throwing dumb picks, or at least one really, really bad pick last night. But it's the moment, man. It's the moment. It's the point in the year that you have to capitalize on, dude. You're not going to have games against, opponents at the quality of New York. That's going to help boost you into the playoffs going forward, bro. At this point, you guys got to almost win out, because Green Bay have fought back despite all their early struggles. They fought back into playoff contention. Today, they're still the 7th seed in the NFC. But now, what they did is they allowed the Rams to have the same record as them. Seattle have the same record as them. Atlanta have the same record as them. New Orleans have the same record as them. So now they have no wiggle room, bro. And it's like, if you make one more mistake going down the stretch, now you no longer have a game on all these teams. There's a whole cluster of teams waiting to be in that spot that you're in. And Green Bay is the type of team that needs to be trying to win. There's some of these teams that need to just be trying to lose, bro. Go get a draft pick. But Green Bay is the type of program that needs to be trying to win right now. And you can't go lay an egg on Monday night in New York, bro. It's New York. What are you doing?
Hey,
they laid
you ain't mentioned Tampa, but you gonna mention New Orleans and Atlanta?
I did mention Tampa.
No, you didn't. You ain't say Tampa. You said Atlanta and New Orleans, but it's cool.
I did mention Tampa.
Yeah.
Oh, no, I did not, because Tampa's above Green Bay. Because Tampa is – sorry, I'm looking at the standings, right?
Yeah.
So I mentioned all the teams below Green Bay. Tampa is above Green Bay, but they have the same record. Yeah, Tampa – I think Tampa's the 6th. Tampa's the 6th. So Green Bay is the 7th, regardless, in the playoffs. So all those teams are under them. They got a tiebreaker. So you know what I mean? Like these are the teams they're competing with.
The Bears, 1 game behind.
Jeez.
Can we talk the Bears?
The Bears.
The Bears. Hey, that's my fantasy quarterback, Justin Fields, man.
You see what he can do? He got a pocket.
When he got a pocket and a receiver, he got him a number 1 receiver. When he been healthy and he been in the game, DJ Moore been snapping.
Yeah.
And bro, Detroit plays some of the most undisciplined football I've seen. Like from ball security to missed assignments to playing hero ball. We leaving rush lanes for Justin Fields. For what reason? I don't know. For what reason? Like, did y'all forget who y'all was playing? I mean, I think Tom Brady could have ran that one in.
Nobody watching him in the red zone. Nobody.
I think Peyton Manning could have walked that in. Aiden Hutchinson runs to the A gap. I don't know if it was a stunt, but somebody, if either it was him or it was the 3 tech or the linebacker who was supposed to cover that. Because there ain't no way, and it ain't nothing in the playbook that tell me it ain't nobody that's supposed to be over there.
Yeah.
Because he immediately takes off as soon as he goes over there. And nobody makes up for it, bro. So that was the backbreaker. You jump off sides, and you in a deep third, and nobody's back. You should be sprinting backwards, or get a penalty, get a PI, get a PI. If you already beat, tackle him, triple him, do something. Like what is you doing? Like you just DJ Moore. It was a free play, dog, and it was 4th and 13. It was 4th and 13. Like that just make it insult to injury, bro. And that's where some of the old Lions come back to play with a new group of guys. I don't know what it is, but it just I don't know what it is. They ate some Portillo's the night before, Italian beef, deep dish. They was tripping. It was cold. I don't know, bro, but it was just undisciplined ball, self-inflicted stuff, fumble, snap, all like undisciplined, like unforced stuff you can control. So yeah. I don't know. I'm done with it. But
I wasn't the one that brought up that Jared Goff should be spoken about as an MVP candidate. You want to address that, Chaz?
Yeah. During week 8 when we're doing MVP for the moment, yeah, he's an MVP.
No, hell no.
If his team is 7-2 and he's leading the league in passing and touchdown to interception ratio, he has to be mentioned in that conversation. At that point, things change. It is week 14. It is not week 7 no more.
No.
I mean, if we're gonna talk about things while it's happening, yes, he has to be mentioned in that point. You're not gonna leave him off at that point.
Yes,
it would have been disrespectful.
You want to know why? Because it's Jared Goff.
I understand that, but we weren't projecting that he's going to win it. We were saying he's in the conversation today.
He can't be in the conversation at all. He can't.
He in the conversation when the weather
not no more.
when the weather,
yeah, he in the conversation in the dome. Barely.
When the weather good.
He just make it to number 5 when he in the dome. When he not in the dome, he like all the way down to like 16.
He ain't on the ballot at that point.
It's tough. They got a tough situation over there. Looking at their future, bro.
Ain't nothing tough about it, man.
I mean,
coach is just
okay.
sorry.
So we talked about Chicago last week. How'd you feel about Fields? So what's the deal with Goff? Are we extending Goff?
I feel like they're kind of in a position where they have to. Are you going to start over with a brand new QB with what you got going on? Or are you going to live and die with Jared Goff?
Hendon?
I'm starting with Hendon. Hendon, for sure.
Because what you see, you got a ceiling on it, bro. This is what happened in LA. You see, you got a ceiling on it. Thank you for getting us here. Thank you for getting us here. But if you can't get it done, you can't get it done. You can't cut it.
Gotta go, bro.
So decisions are gonna have to be made.
If he just falls apart at the end of this year and they get to the playoffs and they lose in the first round, he's cooked. This is what I'm hearing. Am I understanding that correct?
Oh, a first round exit? No doubt about it. He's cooked.
Okay.
He better win a playoff game this year. They're going to be hosting. They're gonna be hosting a game.
That's what I'm saying. But
He better win it.
here's my scenario with Justin Fields was: do you take one of these guys? They got somebody in house that's cheap. They got somebody already in house that's cheap, that's rehabbing and coming back right now. But he don't have any NFL snaps, but he got a lot of college experience, which has boded well for teams in the scheme he in. Do you keep Ben? Do you retain Ben Johnson? Because I feel like that'll attribute to a lot of his success if they do retain Ben Johnson and keep Hendon.
Ben Johnson, somebody else head coach now.
I mean, yeah, I wish it was in their hands, but I don't think it's in their hands.
I don't think so. Ben Johnson, somebody else head coach already.
I think it might get.
It just ain't announced.
I think it might get.
I think I think he might be in LA next year. Damn near. I think he might be in
Not
LA.
bad. Go
That's
back to
another
LA.
scenario.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro, that's interesting. Because I'm with you though. I say start the new regime. We're seeing what these other guys could do when these experienced quarterbacks come in that played a lot of football and the defense ain't there right now, but the offense is there. The run game is there. Quarterback friendly. I think Hendon Hooker more talented with his arm than Jared Goff. But being on time and being a robot, I feel like Jared Goff does that well.
I mean, I was ready to move on last year.
Yeah, I don't feel no way about it. I was hoping they'd get a QB in the draft myself.
Yeah, I was saying go get Lamar.
Yeah, we was singing for Lamar. On Scooby. That would have been a dog's fine.
That would have been exciting, but
I mean, speaking of LA though, how about the show McVay just put on with Stafford, dude? Them boys slid out to Baltimore and put on a show.
That run game
fell short, dog.
Yeah, the L.
That run game for real.
That run game is for real. Stafford is looking like prime Stafford again, man. I mean, hitting Cooper Kupp, bro, anticipation throws, Puka. I mean, the Rams, I mean, not as a Cowboys fan, but they're not a team people want to see in the playoffs, are they? In the NFC?
The Rams sharp. I think if you Philly, you somehow see
Detroit don't want to see him.
Detroit don't want to see him. I think right now, if we stopped it right now, the teams that don't want to see him, Packers, Philly, Packers, Philly, Detroit do not want to see him. I think Seattle done played themselves out the playoffs, so I ain't gonna talk about Seattle. But
yeah, I think Seattle's cooked too.
Yeah, man. That is a team. That's a team. Veteran QB who done made a run before. He looking sharp. Stafford do look sharp. I ain't gonna lie. You got a big Roddy receiver and you got a technician and a run game. And that defense show flashes.
That was the best game of the day yesterday, bro. It reminded me of the old McVay offenses.
Sunday. Yesterday.
Yes. I mean, 2 years ago, McVay really is what it reminded me of. It's just good to see Stafford out there hooping, bro.
Yeah, I'm happy. I'm happy for him. Miss him in Detroit. I don't. Psych. But yeah, bro. We talked about LA a little bit. What about them Bolts? I mean, we talked about Staley being cooked for a minute here now. But they said they're not gonna make no in-season moves. So if he was to get fired,
he gone, bro.
They said they're not gonna. It's likely he's not gonna get fired on a short week because they got a primetime game. But
they play Thursday, right?
Yeah,
they play Thursday. But
Eastern
they
State.
Said, I think the end of the year.
Watch it.
Gotta go.
Thank you. End of the year, he's cooked. So I guess the Chargers standing by, they're not gonna make no choice at this point, but
because they already know what the people want. They just giving him time to pack his thing slowly. That's it.
They're gonna get you a nice little condo, find you a, you know what I'm saying, go hop in the coaching carousel.
Put the crib on the market, man. I know they're just doing very nice things for him, bro.
They're helping him out.
Yeah, we don't need to revisit this again. We've been saying it since like week 3.
Everybody was like, "You're not gonna get fired."
Yeah,
you're not gonna get fired. Yeah, right, man. You got a franchise QB, which is hard to come by, as we have seen, and it bears no fruit. You got all these names on paper, bears no wins.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. So, all right, let's move along, shall we? The Bills. I don't think nobody want to see the Bills.
Plus 320 to win the AFC East.
I don't think nobody want to see the Bills in the playoffs.
Did you hear me?
Man. I don't know, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
Did you hear me?
Oh,
plus 320 to win the AFC East.
They already
live,
beat Miami,
bro.
They already beat Miami, didn't they?
They're live, bro. I'm telling you, they're live.
Look, man.
Go ahead, Caleb.
You talking about a team that only play first half football? Them niggas don't play football in the second half at all.
I don't care.
They don't play football in the second half. So they gotta put up that 20 ball early because they not doing it in the third and fourth quarter.
Yeah, facts.
Like what they do? What they put up 14 and then they only kick 2 field goals that entire second half or something like that.
Hey, that was a good battle, Casey. You came to play, bro.
No,
not in that first half.
No,
them boys played. They've been holding everybody under 20 this year.
Bruh, all I'm saying
I put it like that. Would you rather start hot though?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah,
because I feel like it's harder to dig out of a hole for the other team.
Yeah, absolutely. But
I mean, it depends on who you have too, because some quarterbacks work better out of a negative game script. Like Dak Prescott, he would be fine from playing from behind or ahead, bro, because he is an aggressive player. Josh Allen is the same way, super aggressive with his throws. He'll take those chances. So I mean, either way, they can shake it, but. I mean, fundamentally, I would rather be, starting off hot and then protecting that lead. But it's not like the Bills have a ground and pound, type of offense that can protect leads. So
they can run the ball though.
It don't matter.
They can definitely run the ball. Yeah.
Can they now?
They can run the ball. I think they can run the ball. but you know who should be running the ball?
Whom?
The freaking Eagles. Because what is this? That used to be a team that last year, first half they'll win the first half more often than not. I think we had a bet where it was Jalen Hurts anytime Eagles first half.
Money line. Yes, sir. Every week.
Take it to the bank.
And it's been quite the opposite. So I want to say this. The Eagles have been in a lot of close games. They won some. Obviously, these past couple weeks, people been jumping on their ass and ain't been getting a chance to have those close games. So, and that defense is open. That defense is open, dog. Like you got Bradbury and Slay on the edge, and it just seemed like it just fall flat at that second level.
Hey,
I tell you what. Go ahead, Caleb.
Tough take here for me. Look, how Jalen Hurts looking. He looked like Justin Fields with a super team.
Bruh.
Hey, he looked like Justin Fields with a super team, guys. That's it. This is the performance you see from Justin Fields with a super team.
I love it. Because if I make that take, I'm a hating Cowboys fan. So I love that you said it. I love it.
Yeah, if you said it, it's all right.
Yeah, because I don't care about the Eagles either way. But
yeah,
I don't too much care. But we see what happened with the Niners when they played them at full strength with a quarterback that wasn't Josh Johnson or Christian McCaffrey. So,
look, bro, the Eagles from last year are gone, bro. This is the biggest thing I noticed while they were playing my team. One, I never felt uncomfortable while we were on offense. Like, oh my gosh, we can't block them. Last year, they led the league in sacks. I'm pretty sure they set the record for sacks in the season.
Yeah.
I never once worried, like, man, they're getting home so fast. We got to get the ball out. Nah, bro. They're not getting home no more. Philly does not get home no more. I believe they're bottom 4 or bottom 5 in pressure at this point. And what's a DB's best friend? It's pressure on the cue. If the D-line and the front 7 is getting home, that's going to help the DBs play better. That's the reason why Philly has the worst pass defense in the league right now. I mean, it's the same thing in Tampa Bay. You can't cover forever. So the fact that Philly is not getting home no more is a big problem. I mean, they go get Jalen Carter. They got Jordan Davis. They got all these hogs up front, and you think that they're going to be impenetrable and that they just going to be getting to the cup, and they not. Hassan's still there. He's still playing well. He's got 13 sacks on the year. What's the issue? I don't know. But they're not getting home I do not fear this version of Philly, bro, because they don't get home and they're so bland on offense, bro. It's not like last year they could be bland and lean on you, but Steichen could still scheme you up in the RPO game to keep you on your heels. This
because
year,
they was up. It's because they was up too, bro.
but
and
this is
all
they're
that
not
stuff
built
came together
Why are they not building these leads no more?
because they down.
But why are they not? Why are they not coming out the gates no more like that?
Well, like you said, they're not getting like you said, they're not getting home. That's a valid point. But you also said that
offensively.
But still, bro, like they're
starting slow because
they're so
conservative right now, bro. They're not taking the shots that they were taking with Steichen, bro. They want to show up and get a trophy at this point. That's how I feel. I mean, you can do that against the commies and beat them, bro. You're not going to do that against San Francisco. You're not going to do it against Dallas. And they have finally been exposed for it. I mean, we see how broken Kansas City was, and we already knew how broken Buffalo was. Those are good wins, don't get me wrong, but those wins don't hold the same weight, in my opinion, no more, bro. They don't. But, like, I mean, just to get back to the issues with Philly, bro, it's just like, dude, when are y'all going to wake up offensively and get on an attack? Stop playing defense on offense. Go attack. You're bigger and stronger than everybody. Act like it.
That's what I'm saying. They got the pieces up front, so that's what I'm saying. Why ain't they just leaning on people? They got the personnel to do it. You got potentially 3 backs that you could rotate. Why ain't it run, or find something creative to do with the run? Because you got the horses. Ain't no slouches up front. You arguably got the best tackle, the 2 of the best tackles, the best center. Like, and Swift should be running for a buck at least a game.
A buck minimum.
Or Hurts got 50, or maybe they need to run the shit out of Hurts some more. Like, and until people start stacking the box up, and then you hit their ass with the play action. Because I don't know, man. I don't know. Maybe you can speak to it more, being an old coordinator. Maybe Caleb can speak to it. But I'm just not seeing why they not just moving people out the way.
Shout out to that Cowboys offensive lineman. What is it, Tyler Smith?
Tyler Smith.
Bro, he put on a clinic, bro, for offensive lineman. I'm talking about like, bro, I'm talking about he put on a clinic.
Yeah.
And you talk about that's going to be the defensive rookie of the year?
Right.
You can't even bet on him no more. Like, the odds are so crazy. It's like minus 10,000. Like $1 is going to win you a penny.
Yeah.
Or $10 is going to win you a penny or something like that. Like, you can't even bet on that no more, bro. Like, I'm talking about move fast feet, him and him switching the hands, whatever move he trying to do coming up the line. Like, bro.
Yeah.
Almost made me tear up a little. I'm like, man, I want to lace him up because, bro, the way he was.
Bro, Tyler's been elite, bro. And I think it's good, too, that Tyron is finally healthy. So Tyler could bump back to guard where he's better. And them two could be side by side, hip by hip, working niggas.
Bro,
I love it.
It was crazy. It was crazy. And that just gave Dak so much time, bro, because he can already see that right side of the line. He had no issues coming from his blind side, bro.
No.
And that's what's making Dak look very MVP-ish.
Facts.
Very MVP-ish.
I mean, shout out to my guy, Brandon Aubrey, hitting a 50-yarder, 60-yarder, 40, however you want it. Brandon Aubrey, our kicker. Dallas, see, this is the thing, bro. Dallas actually finally did the thing that everybody on Twitter be saying. Like, they be like, bro, because remember last year, Brett Maher kept missing chip shots.
Mm-hmm.
They're like, bro, just go find the best soccer player and just give him $1 million and make him come kick for you. Dallas said, all right. Deuce Vaughn dad and Jerry Jones' son, all the guys in the scouting department, shout out to y'all. Because they went and found Brandon Aubrey from the USFL. You know, he's a first-round draft pick in the MLS soccer guy. They're like, yeah, come on, come kick for us. Nigga ain't missed a kick all year. Real dog.
But dog. That's a crazy hit, though.
Hit.
That's a crazy hit. Cause I don't know, bro. From USFL to the NFL is different stakes. And I don't know if he just got balls of steel or whatever it is. He's just out there.
Yeah.
I don't know
60,
if you
50
if you
yards.
getting drafted first for soccer, that says a lot.
Yeah,
He
he
didn't
might
even
just
play.
like
He
that as
didn't
an
play
athlete.
football in high school. I mean, in college.
Yeah.
Sorry, he didn't play football in college.
Yeah, if you
He
getting
just
drafted
might
first for soccer, it
just
just
be like
shows.
that.
Talking
Crazy shit.
about like, oh, okay, I don't gotta run no more. All I gotta do is jog on the field and kick a ball, which y'all gonna pay me probably like double or triple of what I was originally gonna get paid. Like,
At least.
come on, man.
Like the most popular team in the world.
And I'm in
Right.
Dallas where like my dollar is getting stretched. You know what I'm saying? Give me a
Facts.
nice little crib. Come on, bro. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he gonna be a folk hero in Dallas. He ain't never leave.
Keep kicking like that. Yes, he will. Yes, he
Oh
will.
shit, man. But hey, dog. Oh, all right, man. If you had to pick an MVP today,
Dak Prescott. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, but I know they're not gonna give it to him. Tyreek Hill,
Yeah.
Tyreek Hill, the cheater. That's my MVP, dog. This stuff that I seen that I only seen in like high school because like it was such a disparity between like speed between other players.
Yeah.
But these is the best athletes, professionals that you millionaires to play this sport that he's just running by. It's not supposed to be happening like that.
Yeah.
So and he's going on for like if he didn't get hurt yesterday, which he came in the game and got like 60 more yards, I feel like if he was straight, he easily 100, 120.
Facts.
And he probably gonna break Calvin Johnson single season record pretty soon.
Yep.
So how could you not, bro? And I feel like it's kind of a down. Well, Dak doing his thing. I feel like it's kind of a down year for QBs.
Yeah, it
Definitely.
is.
Definitely.
It is.
So if any year was the year to do it, it'd be this year. Because who was the last person who was a non-quarterback? Adrian Peterson.
AP.
I believe it was AP. That's crazy.
And he was 2,000 off of ACL.
Yeah, I agree with you, bro. Tyreek's my MVP right now, yeah. Because I mean, just look at last night how in shambles Miami was. Miami would be a 500 football team if they didn't have Tyreek Hill. If that's not value, I don't know what is. And
that's the personification of the most valuable player. It was night and day when he was on and off the field. You a little bit more laxed in your stance when Tyreek Hill off the field.
Oh yeah, we good.
Speed all over the place. Right. But you in the chair. You in the chair already. You backpedaling already. So,
and if I'm gonna be different and not take Reek, I'm gonna be honest, y'all. It's McCaffrey, dude. At this point, it's got to be. It's not Brock Purdy, but like McCaffrey's just having a hell of a year, bro. They have an embarrassment of riches over there. I mean,
make it go.
It's not Brock Purdy.
Brock doesn't exist without what CMC is doing, dude. Like the boxes they have to put out there to stop CMC allows Brock to just play one-on-one. Just play catch, bro. Just go play catch. And it's lovely. Dak, on the other hand, is creating those boxes for TP. He's doing it in the opposite way. I don't know if y'all noticed. Philly came out there and they were in a dime yesterday to start the game. And what we do, all right, here you go, TP. Pound and pill, just taking chunks out of them. And then Dak started getting surgical and ripping them apart. So, yeah, I mean, Dak and Brock Purdy, little Brock, what they doing is the complete opposite. So, yeah, Tyreek, CMC, Dak Prescott in that order.
Okay. I do think Dak hooping off the little West Coast look. You know what I'm saying? I thought we was gonna see more out of Tony Pollard this year, dog.
Because he can't dare to get crunched for him. That's why you got to be the one to get crunched.
Yeah, man. Dak was getting a lot of flack last year for the picks and obviously missing time, and the Cooper Rush mania happened.
Because niggas are casuals. I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah,
go ahead.
That's true. Sorry. But yeah, man, I don't know about Brock Purdy hooping, but it's all because of what's around him. But should he be faulted for that?
Nope.
Absolutely not.
Nope.
Ball, young man,
You
ball.
should be rewarded for it.
Like,
Yeah,
if
just
you just
not
replace
the best reward.
Nope.
if you if you took CMC and just put like Aaron Jones and AJ Dillon in that backfield,
You're not getting the same result.
what do you get? What do you get MVP if he was still putting up the same numbers? They had
Would
the
he
same
get
amount of reps.
MVP?
Would he win? Would he be a contender for MVP? If you just take CMC away and replace it with like any two backs.
You know what? With those two backs you just named, possibly Shanahan might be able to work that out with Debo and Kittle
I still
and
think
IU.
they would have.
Yeah, I think so, bro. I think so. But if you replace them with, let's say, who's the running back for the Bears? Khalil Herbert. Maybe it ain't hitting the same, bro.
Or or give him like Gibbs. Give him Gibbs and Montgomery.
Give him this year's Austin Eckler. Give him this year's Austin.
I'm just
Eckler.
saying. I just want to split the carries up because if we put the carries on one back, then it's gonna be like, oh no, it's because so and so did it.
Right.
So I don't know, man. But them was my little scenarios I had to get off my chest. We got any narratives to push? We got any scenarios to push?
Yes.
I know we're on time.
Caleb. I got two questions for Caleb.
Mm-hmm.
Who's winning the NFC South and who is winning the AFC South? I need answers.
The Buccaneers, the Bucks, man. I already look. You seen what my slip looked like for my futures. Look, yeah, I already had it because I already knew what was going on. Look, man,
that young man gifted.
Yeah, something like that. Something like that.
Teed him up. Yeah, Baker. Let him know.
You can't kill him.
He got
never
needs.
die, bake.
Look, he got needs, and I think it's special. So
look, back down, never won.
Look, so I got Tampa. It's just based on the defense that they played, bro. And like Baker, bro, like he just be. I'm trying to figure out how to say this without complimenting him because he could be ass a lot. What? He be so poop, bro. But whatever he do, it just worked for Tampa. Right? It just worked. And it's like, but like it's something different about Baker this year than like when he was flip flopping from the Browns to Carolina and then to LA. Like this Baker, it's like he just got like an iron shield of confidence. Like when he make a mistake, he just come back out like he didn't just throw a pick or a pick six or he just fumbled or whatever it is. Like he coming back out there still slinging a rock, still trying to truck people for a first down, whatever it is. Like you seen him run over Jesse Bates for the touchdown. Like he just got an iron shield of confidence, which like
very irrational.
He just needed that. Like he would still be with Carolina. I don't think Carolina would have drafted Bryce if Baker came out with that same confidence that he has this year.
But this is what we said too at the beginning of the year. Is like it's not like our ceiling for Baker was that he was going to play at the level of a Patrick Mahomes or something, right? Like this is about that level that I expected him to play at with Dave Canales calling the plays, and the fact that he's actually living up to that level. He's feeding his horses, right? Godwin with the big catches on the game-winning drive yesterday. Mike Evans with another 1,000-yard season. You know what I mean? Like Baker's he's right on pace for what we expected. I just expected the defense to be better, and he's still about to get to that number where I said they'll get 8 wins. He's still about to get them there. So shout out Shake and Bake, man.
So I got Tampa, and then the only team that won in the AFC South was the Titans this weekend.
Yep.
Which stirs the pot up a little bit, right? Because that puts
it just makes it dirtier.
Yeah, it just makes it very nasty, bro. It makes it very nasty. Like I needed Houston to just play unbeatable for one more game, honestly, and because both the Colts and whatchamacallit lost.
Jags, yep.
They both lost. I just needed Houston to just win this week, bro. And then they could have split with the Browns, or they could have split with the with Tennessee, and they probably make the wild card.
It's tough. Yeah, I'm looking at it right now. I mean, they could have been tied with Jacksonville for 8-5 if they would have won. If Zach Wilson didn't, play the best game of his career, basically. But yeah, they still in that fight, bro. They're tied for 8th right now in another cluster with looks like 6 other teams. So yeah, I mean the AFC South is live. I want to say Jacksonville comes out of it, but they don't make me feel great.
I still think Houston got a shot, bro. It's just going up against Cleveland, and then you know how I get going up against Tennessee, as we just saw. Like they came alive in prime time. Yeah, they different story, 1:00 games, but they still gonna come out and play ball, bro.
Them still
Like,
two ugly
Tennessee,
winning teams.
Yeah,
Them
so
games you don't want to be in.
So, I just got to be the one that be like, all right, I'm watching the Colts because I'm rooting for them to lose. I need the Steelers to wake the fuck up and get a dub this weekend coming up. You know what I'm saying? Like, who the Jags playing? I need them to wake up and come knock the Jags off again. While they, while Trevor Lawrence is not fully healthy.
I think they're playing Baltimore this week.
Yeah. I need Baltimore. Come on, bro. Pull another one out. Don't rest up just yet. Pull another one out. You know what I mean? Because I'm not too confident that Houston gonna come and beat the Browns.
I think Trev might get his ass toe up in that Baltimore game.
Yeah, and I think the Browns is tough to beat right now too.
Browns are very tough. Yeah, Browns are very tough to beat, bro.
Joe Flacco.
But we play the Titans this weekend, so I need Houston. Hey, Titans just overachieved and beat the number 1 team in the AFC. Hey, come back, get back, get ready to take an L. All right, get ready to take an L against the Browns, and then come back and whoop on the Titans again. I need them to take care of business, bro. They gotta take care of business. They need to split with the Titans. Houston needs to split with the Titans, beat them, lose to them, lose to the Browns, beat the Colts. They in the playoffs. But I need other teams to lose, though. That's the thing. I need other teams to lose their games, which is just so hard to, you can't really predict that unless you got the script. Unless I'm in Vegas, typing in the odds in a book, I don't know it. What are the odds? You don't know who's going to be healthy. CJ Stroud is questionable. He got banged up in the rain.
Oh, concussion protocol. Yep.
Yeah, got banged up in the rain.
Yeah, I might see Davis Mills.
We might. You know what I'm saying? All the receivers getting hurt. It looked like Nico Collins might not be playing again. Yeah, he got like a little hammy or calf, whatever it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's looking rough. Looking very sketchy for Houston.
Regardless, it's been a successful season for Houston so far.
Yeah, absolutely.
That much.
Yeah, that's a 180.
Absolutely.
180 for sure.
All right, Melly. I got one more. One more narrative. So I mentioned it earlier. I said Buffalo is plus 320, plus 340, something like that right now to win the AFC East. Now, I'm about to tell y'all how it happened. So Miami has to play New York. They're playing Dallas on Christmas Eve. They're going to Baltimore. And then last game of the year, they're hosting the Bills. So, I mean, we're talking about the Dolphins here. I say they beat the Jets. They lose to Dallas. They lose to Baltimore in Baltimore. So they go 1-2. All right. Now we look at the Bills' schedule. The Bills are 7-6, right? They got Dallas, but they're at home against Dallas, which I think the Bills can probably win that game this week. Then they go to Los Angeles. That's a dub. Then they got New England. That's a dub. Last week of the year at Miami. If Baltimore wins out, not Baltimore, my bad. Buffalo wins out, and Miami drops a couple, bro. The tiebreaker will be televised last week of the year. And I think Buffalo could possibly go up top on them again. It's just a great value, right? Like, instead of taking Buffalo's money line in week 18, take them today at plus 300, plus 340, whatever.
Yeah, I took your advice and took San Fran to have the best record in the league.
Right, plus 800 2 weeks ago. Now what is it? They cashing you out.
Let me see.
They try to cash you out.
They actually locked it. So,
yep. It should be unlocked by now, though, since nobody's playing today.
Yeah, that's true.
Sometimes they get them. Sometimes in futures, I don't have futures that was
locked for weeks.
Locked. Well, I put whatchamacallit? I put a Travis Hunter for Heisman. That joint was locked from like week 1 of college football. They locked us. Yeah.
Oh, I got a $31 cash out.
Yep.
Now I do. So
Yes, sir.
Good look for that. If I do take, I'll go ahead and take the Bills and throw a little, you know what I'm saying, on it.
Just a little hedge, you know.
Yeah.
Can't
Because right
hurt.
now I got I got Dallas to win the NFC East, and I really needed them to
That's
beat
tough.
the Eagles the first time. So
Yep, you did.
that's annoying.
Hey, if you take Tennessee to win the AFC South, which I mean, they don't have a shot at doing it. It's
Not
plus
one iota.
it's plus 16,000.
They don't have a shot.
I got the Chiefs to win the West, the Lions to win the North, Baltimore to win the AFC North, Cowboys to win the NFC East, Miami Dolphins to win the East. So that would be my hedge. And then
Yep, exactly.
the abysmal Saints to somehow smack the Bucks in the mouth.
And it's doable too. That's what's so crazy. The Saints really could still win it, bro.
I got a cash out of 924. So they saying it's a chance.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah.
if I took all my predicted picks and still parlayed them, I was and taking Tennessee out, it's still a plus 1,000 odds because Tampa is still plus 155, even though they number one division, but they all tied. All the records are
6 and 7. Yep.
all 6 and 7. That's pretty much the only. Oh, and Dallas is still plus 240.
Yeah, because Dallas can't win the division unless Philly loses, and also Dallas would have to.
And no more divisional games.
I mean, Philly's about to play like the Giants twice, and like they got some pushover games, bro.
Yeah,
I mean,
got
if you believe in the Giants, sure, dabble in Dallas, but most likely Dallas probably will drop one against Buffalo this week, and Philly will probably win out with the easiest schedule left in the league. That's how I'm feeling.
Yeah.
Hey, with some narratives, cuz we got anything last minute before I shoot us up out of here?
Yeah, if Houston somehow manages to get to the playoffs, Houston Super Bowl champs.
That's a stretch.
Look, 2024 Super Bowl champs, Houston Texans.
Not that
I
you're
can
saying
tell
that.
you barely believe it. Hey,
Look, baby bro of the league. Come on, man. Last team. Last team to be formed. Ain't did nothing, but they've been to the playoffs more than some of the teams that's been in the league. Cool. Hey, you get to the AFC chip. We gonna win this one. We go to the Super Bowl. I'm telling you this now. Don't let them niggas get into the playoffs, cuz. Let them go home. Please. Because if they get that wild card, bro, it's a wrap.
I don't know. I think Salah just dropped the blueprint.
Yeah. Man, I was shaky. I was shaky on Brock last year, bro.
Yeah.
But I think if this year is the year to do it, or they ain't gonna do it. San Fran. Or else it's gonna be some people that need to get paid. There's gonna be some people leaving. So
Facts.
I think if they don't do it, Brock got a second year under his belt. He's still cheap. First year, unfortunate. But hey, with the way the league looking right now, it's set up for them to win, or the Cowboys. Because if the Cowboys win, then America gonna burn down. But
just Texas. They just gonna burn the
Texas
gonna
fall
secede, bro. Texas gonna secede from the union. They got everything they needed. We got a Cowboys chip. We don't need the US of A no more. Texas is gone.
Yeah, it's gonna be his own country. But hey, so I'm for real, man. If this is the year to do it, it's the year to do it, man. The way it's shaking out, there's some teams that's looking down in the AFC, and they looking real strong in the NFC, bro. These teams in the playoffs. The way it's like, if it stopped right now, the Cowboys and the Niners in the NFC is them guys. Because who you taking out the what? NFC South? NFC North?
Yeah, I'm not putting money on Atlanta. Sorry.
Can't do it, man. Can't dare do it.
Atlanta, are you gonna trust the Lions?
I want to. Wake up, Detroit, man. Y'all was fun, bro. Wake up, Detroit. Come on, man.
Y'all was the darling of this year, man. I do want to see them win a playoff game this year. But we going to the AFC. It's looking like a down year for the Chiefs. I know they're not down and out of the playoffs, but it's looking like a down year. Miami has been very beatable this year.
Yep.
It's looking like a down year for the Bills. The Bengals is down.
Bengals on the rise though. They trending
Jake
up.
Browning, don't sleep.
I'm saying they playing with a backup. Let's keep it a bean.
A backup that's looking better than Joe. Sorry. That nigga hanging 30 a game. Joe wasn't doing that.
Look,
sorry.
When I seen
they said Drew Bledsoe, Tom Brady. I see that.
Wow.
I'm not gonna do that to Joe Burrow, bro.
They said Drew Bledsoe, Tom Brady.
That's too
Jake Browning is hooping.
They said y'all paid all that money for nothing.
type shit.
But no, dog. The Ravens look strong, but they shown a little bit of vulnerability throughout the season. Who else? The other contenders?
Yep. That's. I mean,
out of the whole AFC, you got Miami, Baltimore.
It's Miami, Baltimore, KC right now are the only three.
Yeah, I mentioned KC in the beginning.
Yeah, that I'm taking serious out of AFC. But I don't even think that. The Brownies, bro. Hey, niggas don't want to see the Browns right now. But real talk though, I don't even think KC is a real contender at this point to win the Super Bowl. They might get there, but they're not winning it. Sorry. Stand on that.
Let Houston see one of them niggas in the wild card. That's a wrap. Anyone that you just named, let them see him.
Houston might see like Miami or something in a wild card. It's possible.
Yeah, let them see Miami. Yeah. They're cooked.
Yeah, they're going up top on Houston.
Nah, bro. No. We got speed. We got speed for Tyreek.
What?
We cool.
I don't know. Nobody got speed for Tyreek.
I'm gonna get us up out of here.
It's time to go off that one.